Want to share a quick video, just going over one of the most common conversations we have here is, hey, I want to set up my own mortgage broker shop. Anthony, give me the path to do it. There's a lot of different paths. You can try to do it yourself and manage the entire process yourself. That to me is, that's a high touch process. And I in my personal experience, 99% of the people that try to do it themselves spend a lot of time running around in circles trying to find pieces to the puzzle when they do it on their own. The path that I'm going to put you on is really a very definitive path. You're going to pay a premium for it, meaning this isn't going to be free. You're not self-managing, but you're going to be able to get everything you need in a very low-touch manner. You're going to be able to ask experts at the process questions. You're going to be able to learn along the way. But more than anything, you're going to get the end result that you want to get to without investing all of your time getting there. So you'll still be able to, if you're a loan originator at another company now today, you'll still be able to manage your business there. You'll still be able to do everything you're doing day to day without this becoming a massive distraction on your life. So first step is we refer people to strategic compliance partners. They offer a one-time all-in-one solution where basically you pay $1,995 for them to do a full setup of your business, your compliance setup, and your NMLS filings all the way through approval. So what does that mean? You're going to give them a company name. They're going to set up your company. They're going to set up your company both at the state and the federal level. So they're going to set you up with the IRS, get your employer identification number set up. They're going to do all that corporate filing set up. So your bylaws, your articles of incorporation, all that stuff's going to be included. Next thing they're going to do is they're going to set you up in NMLS. So they're going to make sure that you're properly set up in NMLS once your company is established. They're going to file your MU1. They're going to file your approval, your application for approval in the state that you're applying for. And then they're going to manage the process. So as the state approves your application, request any additional items, they're going to help you through the process. They're going to manage that process. So, whether it's you needing a surety bond, whether it's you needing fingerprints, they're going to tell you what you need. They're going to set up the appointments. They're going to send you to where you have to go to get those things. They're not going to put you in a position where you're trying to figure everything out on your own. So it's a very, very well managed package process that makes it very low touch on you. Next thing they're going to do is set you up with all your compliance policies and procedures. So anything that a regulator, a bank examiner, or one of your lenders is going to ask you for when it comes to your business, they're going to set you up with. So whether it's your QC policy, whether it's your LO comp policies, whether it's your fair lending policies, whether it's your privacy policy, everything start to finish, they're going to set you up with. They're going to put you in a position where you're set up, it's customized to your company, and no matter what is requested of you, you have all those policies and procedures ready to go on your first day of business. And they're going to take you all the way through licensing approval. They're not going to send you off on your way and just get you set up. They're actually going to make sure that you get approved, that you're fully ready to start doing business, and that's the whole package that they offer. So, like I said, there's places that can do it cheaper. There's places that will give you some high-level guidance. This specific package is a package that we worked on with them specifically as a partnership to help people that are setting up the broker shop to give them an all-in-one solution. Now, as far as the process, what are the required items that you have to have ready to go as you go through the licensing process? Number one, before you set up your company, you got to come up with a company name. You don't want that to be the thing that's holding up your process. So you want to figure out what your company name is going to be. If you just want it as a placeholder, you can use that as a placeholder, meaning you don't always do a DBA. If you come up with a name today that you don't necessarily like long term or you don't love it, out the gates, you can always do a doing business as later and operate under a different name down the line. So don't let this become a big distraction for you. Next thing is going to be, you're going to need a surety bond. That's a required item in almost every single state. There's two companies out there, Bond Exchange and Hub International. They tend to be the most commonly used companies when it comes to setting up surety bonds. You're going to need an accountant. So if you don't already have an accountant, you're going to want to look for an accountant locally that can help you with any type of, whether it's some states require an audited financial statement, some states don't require a financial statement at all, but you're going to need to have one on file with the NMLS. So You're going to want to identify who your accountant's going to be for your business. You're going to need a business address or PO box. I would strongly recommend, no matter what, getting a PO box just as a mailing address. And if you need a physical address, if your state requires it, you can do things like WeWork. There's a lot of co-working spaces, just to get your business up and going. If you do plan on working out of your house, that's fine. But if your state requires an office space, we recommend going to WeWork or one of those co-working options. You're going to want to set up your business bank account. So once you get your company set up, once the team at Strategic Compliance Partners gives you all the required documents to go set up a bank account, you're going to need to set up your bank account. Most states do not have a required amount of money that you have to have it in. State of New Jersey, I know they require $50,000 to be a broker. There's certain states that require, as little as $10,000 all the way up to $50,000. But what you're going to want to do is when you talk to the people at Strategic Compliance Partners, or if you look on NMLS for your state requirements, it'll tell you what that amount of money is, and you're going to want to put in that bank account. Next thing is you're going to need general liability insurance. Now, you're not going to need that till your business is up and running. But if you have an office, if you have computers, if you have anything at all, employees, you're going to need general liability insurance. So you can get that from any random insurance broker, but that's one of the things that you are going to be required to have. And if you need health insurance, if your current company provides that for you, you're going to need it. You're going to want to look into health insurance. Now, usually when you leave a company, it's required that you have COBRA for, I believe, anywhere from 6 to 9 months. So you're going to have a gap of time where if you did have health insurance with your previous employer, that COBRA will cover you for a period of time. But you're going to keep that on your radar as you start this business, because you're already going to be talking to an insurance company about general liability insurance. You're already going to be talking to an insurance company about surety bonding. So there's no reason, if you're going to have that health insurance requirement, not to talk about health insurance. So now I go through the secondary layer of requirements. Now just understand, first thing I went through was more or less going through, hey, I'm going to set up my company, I'm going to start the process. Those are the things that you really have to expect for the early part of the process. Now, once you actually file your application with the state, there's usually a 30 to 60 day window of time before your license is approved. So here's what you're going to be doing in that period of time. Number one, you're going to want to make sure that when you identify your company, you identify a website or a domain. So if you identify, hey, it's Joe Smith Mortgage Team, you're going to want to go on GoDaddy.com and check is JoeSmithMortgageTeam.com available. So you can do that on GoDaddy.com. Now, as far as website design, because you're just getting on GoDaddy, you're just going to reserve your website domain. So that's going to be for your email and the physical location on the internet for your website. But as far as website design, we refer people to LeadPops. We did a partnership with them. They have an out-of-the-box package that's your website with it being optimized for lead funnels, all branded for your company. It's very, very well done. They tie in your point of sale. They tie in any technology that you need tied into your website. They do a phenomenal job. And I believe they charge somewhere between $77 a month and $147 a month, depending upon what package you go with. If you need to get a logo done, we recommend people to Design Pickle. Design Pickle is an on-demand service. You pay a monthly fee, and you get unlimited graphic design support. So you describe what you want to Design Pickle, they'll whip up several options for you on a logo. If you have your own graphic designer, you can also do that. You're going to need an LOS. So LOS, we recommend either Lending Pad or Arrive. Those are two fairly inexpensive options for anybody looking for an LOS. I believe that Arrive is currently free, and Lending Pad is a monthly fee of somewhere between, I want to say, like $49 a month and $59 a month. It's fairly cheap. So those are two easy out-of-the-box solutions for your LOS. For your point of sale, you can look at Blink, which is UWM's point of sale that they offer to any of their approved brokers, so that's free. You look at Pre-Approve Me, which is a point of sale company that we also have a partnership with. I believe they charge about $60 a month for their service. You can sign up for Arrive. As a part of that package, they have a point of sale, which is free. For your phone, we recommend DialPad or 8x8. Those are two low-cost services, easy to set up. You could start with as little as one phone. You can tie in your e-fax, you can tie in conference calling, and that's somewhere in the price range of $50 to $60 a month. Credit companies, we recommend either Advantage Credit or Credit Plus. Now, for these services, now you're going to want to start that process right at the time that you file for your licensing approval. So once you file for your application for approval with whatever state you're filing in, it's going to be anywhere from a 30 to a 60-day process depending upon what state that is. So when you go through the process of getting set up your credit company, they're going to require an on-site visit to your office, and this is before you're even approved as a broker. So you're going to want to contact these companies early on, get that on-site visit done and out of the way, so that's not holding up once you get approved for your license. I see a lot of people go through the process, get approved, they have never contacted their credit company, and here they are with an approved license waiting for several weeks to get this on-site inspection done. So you can get that done before you're even approved, so don't let that hold you up. Get started once you file for approval. Payroll. We recommend Gusto, Paychex, or ADP. Gusto is a fully web-based payroll service, easy to use, very low cost. So we recommend that number one. Bookkeeping service, QuickBooks sort of has a monopoly on that, so we recommend QuickBooks to everybody. It's easy, it's simple, and it's all web-based. Monthly subscription fee of $49.99 or $59.99 a month. Reputation management, companies like Podium and Social Survey. So that's going to be setting up your reviews, managing your reviews for customers. It's one of the things that you don't have to have, but we recommend getting it out the gates. You want to start collecting reviews as early in your business cycle as possible. Now, what I want to make sure that everybody focuses on as we go through this process of starting your own brokerage is understanding that the process is going to take you down a path that you haven't been down before if you're a loan officer today. So you're going to be spending more time on things that you didn't previously spend time on, more administrative things. So no matter how you set up your business, how much you outsource different parts of your business as far as the business management parts of the business. So like you can hire a bookkeeping service to manage your accounting. You can hire a strategic compliance partners or a compliance company to manage your NMLS reports. You can hire contract processors to process your loans. So you can outsource all day long, but no matter what, there's going to be an administrative part of this, of being a business owner that you've never dealt with before. So what we like to do is try to set realistic expectations with people so that they're going into this with their eyes wide open. Now, I don't want people to be overwhelmed and think that this is some daunting setup. The reality of the situation is that you're becoming a business owner. There's a give and a take. What you're giving up at becoming a broker owner is you're giving up the ability to not have to worry about these things that you're going to have to worry about in the future. But what you're getting back is the opportunity to create wealth for yourself, to have your own business, something that's going to be growing value, and also be in a situation where when you build something, you're getting 100% of whatever that net profit is, versus when you work for somebody, that company's getting a part of your profit. So over here, I put together a little bit of a summary of cost. So what I wanted to show was, rough estimations on what it costs to start a brokerage, and what are those monthly costs going to be. So these are really high level. It doesn't include everything. I just want to cover the basics of it. So licensing, depending upon what state you're in, I put the licensing costs between $1,500 and $2,500. Now, if you're a one-man shop, I'm looking at licensing as the company licensing and your individual licensing, because both have to be in place in order for the company to operate. So that's how I came up with that $1,500 to $2,500 expense, and that's an annual expense. So you're only going to pay that once a year. Continued education, $150 a year for that for one state. Strategic compliance partners, that's $199 per month per state that you're licensed in. Surety bond, I put that at $200 to $1,000 per year. That's a one-time cost. Depending upon what state you're in will determine that cost. Different states require different amount of surety bonding, and that's what determines that premium. General liability insurance, I put that at $250 to $750 a year. Again, these are just rough estimates. I want to give you a spitball idea of what does it cost to run your business on a monthly and annual basis. Audited financial statement. Not every state requires an audited financial statement, but in my experience, audited financial statements generally are between $5,000 and $10,000 per year. Now, depending upon where you are, your accountant might charge less. You might have a lower volume business or a more streamlined business that doesn't have a lot of going in and going out expenses. So, again, these are just rough numbers. Business tax filings, I put that at $500 to $1,000 per year. That's assuming one state. QuickBooks, $50 a month, $49 a month. Bookkeeping service, if you wanted to hire a service to manage your bookkeeping, if you didn't actually want to do that yourself, I put that at $150 to $350 per month. That's an average of what I've seen out there for that service. Your loan origination software, $50 a month. Your point of sale, if you decide not to go with one of the free options and you wanted something like a pre-approved me or a Flowify, that's $60 a month on average. For your phone service, I put that at $60 per month. For your website with all funnels, so that's usually, that's the Lead Pops premium package, it's $147 a month. And for your credit reports, again, depends upon your volume, depends upon how many credit reports you're running, but I put that at roughly $500 to $1,500 a month. These are not all of your costs. You're going to have additional costs like things like, marketing and branding. If you decide to get a CRM, you're going to have monthly costs there. If you have health insurance, you're going to have a monthly cost there. There's various other costs that are more subjective, whether you go out and get those services. So I don't want to put the variable costs that you may or may not go take on. But these are your general costs that they will be part of your monthly cost for the most part to run your business and your annual cost to keep your business going. So again, high level view. I want to put you in a position where the very basics questions that you're going to have are answered with this video. Hope it was helpful. Have a great day.